Hi guys, Ben Mark here, and today I'm doing another product review for you. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, so don't give me eye there. Great start to a video. So yes, product review today, and I have got, I've been given for the last few months the a2000 DSLR gimbal. This is, it's been on the market for a little while now, and I got sent one to actually have a play with and go out and create some content with it. So I just want to kind of obviously run through different various bits that I found very useful, very good with it, and just kind of give you an overall product review from it. So as you know, obviously I'm mainly a photographer, I mainly shoot photos, but I occasionally do a little bit of video. Some of my clients say, oh, can you do video at the same time? Not necessarily the easiest thing to do, and I wouldn't necessarily advise doing it with all clients. You'll find out the hard way when you say yes. But yes, it's really good, and it's been able to allow me to get some shots for my, sometimes like a bit of B-roll with YouTube stuff, or just actually getting behind the scenes videos, or actually some content to give to the client, and it kind of opens up a few other doors. So you might want to do some walking and talking shots. You can pan in and keep that nice steady motion. As you can see, the camera keeps itself relatively still. The more practice and control you get at it, it's really like a great bit of kit. I've only ever used one gimbal before, which is one of the DJI ones, and that was a little while ago. This does feel a little bit lighter than that. I don't know the exact weights. Probably not the best product review, but at the same time I'm just going to say it how it is. So yeah, so for those of you who've never seen a gimbal before, new to video work, let me just explain a little bit to you. So you can see the gimbal side on there. I've just been using it with my GH4. So the 3 points of axis that it allows you to move on, so you've got the base point here. Obviously when you balance this all out, the reason you've got these 3 axes is to actually give you the right centre point, so when you move the camera there's no jolting. So you've got the one, then you've got another one on the back here which steadies the camera out, and then the side one, so it gives you all those different ways of moving the camera around and keeping it in the same place. So yeah, real handy. It means that you can kind of walk, you can talk, you can also end up kind of running with it and just getting lots of movement shots. And if you get the right frame rate in your camera, and you can obviously shoot slow motion, you get some really epic shots, really get some great dramatic movement, some cinematic footage as well. Like it really opens up quite a few other doors. And the fact that it's got so many attachment points, you can have a microphone, you can have lights, there's all sorts of tripod mounts on the bottom, you might have other bits and gadgets that you've got going on. Sometimes you actually want to throw a GoPro on it or something like that, so you could bolt something on the bottom there. As I say, generally really versatile. One of the best bits about this has been the battery life for me. The batteries are just these two, I think they're lithium. But yeah, these two batteries here, I've had about 9 to 10 hours worth of usage out of one of these batteries before I've needed to change them. So from that side of things, that's brilliant. Like if you're out on a whole day shoot, not having to worry about changing batteries is a lifesaver. So when you're in the important moments, you want to make sure everything's working. You're more likely the camera battery is going to need swapping before your gimbal battery. So it's just one less thing to worry about. So that's a super, a real plus point to this. Also, it's very lightweight. There's me holding it with one hand. Obviously, you've got the whole weight of the camera, which probably about a kilogram maybe. And the rest of it, as you can see, I can still move with it. I wouldn't want to hold it like this all day, but it's relatively light to use and hold and keep balance. Yeah, it's generally really good. You've got multiple different functions. I see you've got a lever on the back here. I'll do some close-ups in this, which will allow you, as you're filming with the camera, to then keep certain steady motion. So like you might want to pan around, you might want to keep your camera at the same angle. You notice there as I let go of it, move it back, hold onto the button, boom, I can walk around, move it, and it'll just stay in exactly the same position. So there's multiple different pans, zooms. I won't go through all of them because that's more for videography side of things, where you're really trying to get the footage out of it. I'm just going to give a product review here. The other bit that it comes with, and it comes with a real nice box as well. This is the case that it comes in, so I've just been taking it apart myself. But yes, super little case that it comes with, all travels in. This one here, I've also got the single handle as well, so that allows you to take the 3-axis bit off and then put it onto the single handle, so you can actually walk with just one handle. I haven't really used it, in all honesty. I've only used it a little bit. I just find it a lot nicer to hold personally with the two handles. But realistically, like, that's just something that's probably more of a user preference instead of it being kind of like, oh no, this is the way to do it. But yeah, real nice like case to go with. This means if you're travelling or you're kind of moving around, you've got something nice and secure to put the gimbal in. One of the downsides is, unfortunately, when you package it back into the box, you have to reset all the plate and everything like that. So when you go to get the camera out again, you're going to have to rebalance it, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. Like, obviously, the quicker you get at it, you can probably make little marker points. You could use a bit of Tipex or something like that, just to kind of give yourself a few little marker points to say, right, that's where the camera needs to sit. So you know when you put it out, you can slide them into place, and then roughly know you just got a few little tweaks and you've got it level and you're off to go. I did also, for a while still, a bed sheet from my hotel in Malaga, and just put it inside of that instead of having to put it back in the box. So I wanted to put it on my camera bag. We was out doing some BMX stuff, and I wanted to just be able to go out, put the camera on and go. And that was the easiest way of me leaving it all set up, just pushing the camera back in and getting ready to go again. So for me, that's one of the major downsides. Now, as I say, I don't do high-end video. I just create a bit of content. I do a bit behind the scenes. If you're looking for something that's going to take your videography work to the next level, you're wanting to do something that kind of gives you more angles, gives you more options, and also from obviously putting your work in front of a client, if they see that you can do something a bit more creative, realistically you're going to probably open up a few more doors. I know price point, I know it's under £1,000, I think it may even be a little bit less than that now, which is, in all honesty, like, that's a great, well, steal really in some ways. To open up so many different avenues of, being able to do like low swinging footage, being able to bring it up, run around people, get all that smooth motion, especially if you can merge it in with a bit of slow motion stuff as well. The footage is absolutely incredible. So yeah, like I really strongly, I really like this product, and probably going to end up buying one as well. I don't really want to give it back, if I'm honest, but that's the way it is. But yeah, I really do like it. I'm interested to see what happens in the future. You can pair it up with your phone as well. There's an app that you can connect it to, which will then, that allows you to kind of control motor speed. See, sometimes people want it to really pan and smooth slowly. Other people like kind of fast reactive stuff. Depending on how you're setting yourself up, like, you're going to find over time that you'll kind of adjust things and move things and balance things out. But it goes over Bluetooth. If you're using a Sony as well, it's got the buttons on it to allow you to actually take photos and actually start and stop filming with it. I don't think it does it with any other cameras other than the Sony, but hopefully in the future that will kind of open up to other cameras, and being there's so many out there that are doing this type of thing. But yeah, to be fair, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I really like it. Price point's good, weight's really good, especially if you're travelling. It's a great little bit of kit. Cameras, I've had my 5D on it, I've had my GH4 on it, they're both vary in weight, and it's just been faultless. I've got the a2000 as well, which now I've managed to mess around with I've got a new lens for my GH4, which is a little bit lighter, which now brings it back into line with I can just about use it with the a1000, and I've had exactly the same results from that. That's just got the single handle, and I have to be completely honest with you, I'm like really spoiled with the fact of, if it wasn't for the fact of having the two, like going for the two handle thing, I'd go for the a1000, but because I've got the 5D and the GH4 and obviously use different lenses with it, I'd probably go with the a2000 just to keep it, obviously the weight limit, keep it inside of what's obviously required for the stabilisation to work. You don't want to overkill the motors, that's the main thing, so obviously sticking within the guidelines of what they give is ideal. But yeah, I really highly recommend it. If you're out there in the market for a new gimbal and you want something that's just going to kind of take your video footage to the next level, open more doors for kind of different clients, then I really highly recommend it. I'll leave a link below to the product on Amazon, just so you can have a look and see what you think. I would be really interested to see if you've had one, what you think about it, how it worked for you. And yeah, but that's for me now. I've gibbered on too much and you probably get sick of it. But yes, so that's the a2000. Hope you like it and look forward to seeing you next one.